All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob at Smirking Gun Reviews. We're back with more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2. It's episode 10. It is called What They Become. And full spoilers if you've not seen this episode. So, yeah, man, I'm almost positive. I'm good. I'm going to start with the two-parter bullshit. This had to have been a part of a two-parter. Last I'm going to say about it. But this also, I think, was the mid-season finale of season 2. This feels like a season finale, like a real proper season finale. So, you know, like Walking Dead would have these great mid-season finales in like season 3, 4, 5. And so, you know, like to keep you wanting to come back for more. But this, how could you stand even being gone for like a little bit after this finale, this mid-season finale? Good Lord, is it jam-packed with goodness. I mean, really, this is a definite standout episode. Like, this is big time. I love this episode. Oh my God. Just even from the beginning, which again, I said, it starts immediately from where it left off. And I mean, like, so much that you know it was a part of a two-parter. Gotta stop with the two-parter stuff. So anyway, yeah, the Hydra guys are after the bus, which I gotta just say, man, I've never mentioned this, I don't think yet, but the CGI that they use for the bus in the Quinjets is all really, really good, and especially in this one, I really like how everything looked, and I just love that they just go balls to the wall, like, or to the ground, like, to take out, like, get to cloud cover, fire off some part of the ship to lay off the missiles that are coming at them, and then cloak at the same time, pull up and make them all think you're dead. I mean, that was just awesome. Just everybody, and like the two Koenigs, played by Patton Oswalt, thing is going down, and they're just calm like this while everything else is like freaking out. I love that. I love that touch. I also love that they like to talk like robots to freak people out, to make them think that they're like cyborgs or something. It's pretty fun. Patton Oswalt, this is one of my more favorite, what's that word? More favorite. Oh my God. It is one of the more, I don't know. I like what he does here. I've got a little Patton Oswalt fatigue is what I'm saying. But not in a way where I don't enjoy him, but like this is something nice. I really like this performance because they give him something interesting to do with this character. But after they escape all that, we get few little character stuff, but like we get the big reunion, Skye getting introduced to her father, and played by Kyle MacLachlan. And I gotta say again, like, Kyle MacLachlan kills it in this episode. He is so all over the place, but in a good way. He's not eating scenery like I remember. Like, maybe his character gets a little broader later, but like he's still like, his plan is really well thought out and smart. My goodness. Like, he really is giving it his all here. And I love that she's listening to him. And I mean, if you're hearing the story the story about what happened to her mother and everything is really sad, but she still like stays to her convictions about, but you still killed all these people, like it doesn't excuse like what you're doing now. And the whole plan, him telling her what's going on, like, this is why I did all of this, because I'm really trying to get Whitehall, and I'm about to go fuck him up, like, bad, like, right now, as soon as I get done with you, he doesn't want her to see that, though, But what I like here is also in this scene before that, like, Whitehall just turns the tables on everybody. He's just like, everybody that came there thinking that they're all going to work with Whitehall, he just turns the tables on all of them. He's just like, okay, screw you. You wanted revenge against me. Pff, you're done. Ward, I don't really care. You're done too. Raina, he's starting to trust, but like everybody else just kind of gets screwed over. Meanwhile, everybody's, you got Tripp and Fitzsimmons putting out the grenades, the explosives down in the city that they found. And it's just, I kept waiting. Like, this is really a jam-packed episode. And, people are Fitz is starting to get more comfortable. People are making, letting him make more decisions on his own, which is nice to see. And whenever Agent 33 was in here, Ming-Na Wen is doing such a good job at playing Agent 33 right now that I forget, especially in this episode, I forget that I'm looking at Ming-Na Wen. I forget that I'm looking at May. I just see Agent 33. It's weird. I don't know if anybody else has gotten there with me with what I'm saying, but like, there's just something so different about how she plays Agent 33 that it literally makes you think she's someone else besides Agent May. Like, there's a whole new person there, and it's really crazy. Then we get, Coulson kills Whitehall, which is, I like that they took that away. Like, they make you think, like, I actually kind of thought the first time around watching this that Kyle MacLachlan was going to get shot by Whitehall and be very anticlimactic. But instead they go kind of anticlimactic the other way, where they have Coulson kill Whitehall instead of letting MacLachlan kill him. And then that just creates that bigger tension between MacLachlan and Coulson, because he, blames S.H.I.E.L.D., even though I'm sure it was Hydra pretending to be S.H.I.E.L.D. that did all this all those years ago. I hope. But because that doesn't seem like, human torture and, dissection doesn't sound like something that S.H.I.E.L.D. would do at the beginning of it, especially with Peggy Carter and Howard Stark around. So I don't know. But like I said, if it was a Hydra group of, that was working for S.H.I.E.L.D., already is what I'm saying. Like, already, good God, like they already had it locked in from go, and it's like, how did they do that? But anyway, to get more to the point, like to what happens in this. So after, Skye stops her father from killing Coulson, they lay down the law on each other, and she basically is just like, this isn't gonna happen. You get one chance to get out of here, you better take it. And so he does leave, and then she gets all upset because, she feels like she let Coulson down, which she didn't. But then she goes into the freaking tunnels, which is like, why? But that they need to for the plot to move forward and everything like that. So we've already had and then Skye shoots the shit out of Ward. Like, they're all, tied up, but then her dad leaves to go take care of Whitehall, and Skye and him are still tied up. But then when they get loose, freaking Skye just like unloads on him. Just boom, 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 like in the hall, like right in the doorway, and he just goes down like, holy shit. And I love that. That was brutal. Like, she's just like, you turn your back on the enemy, motherfucker. So Ward's been shot up to hell. Whitehall's dead. Coulson almost got killed by Skye's dad. Now they're in the tunnels. Everybody's trying to get out. Like, Trip finds out that Coulson went after Skye because Skye went into the tunnels because Raina's in the tunnels. They're trying to stop the big event from going off, which of course is what's going to cause the big event anyway. But that's fine, because this is huge for everybody, a lot of things in this episode or in this world now. So Coulson goes down there. He has to fight Mac, who's still being controlled. I like that they talk about when they were, the power that's controlling Mac, and they give it like that it happens in nature. They give an example of it happening in nature, and that way you can at least kind of like see how something like this could actually exist, how Mac is being controlled by the place, almost like biologically, like the whole place is kind of alive. I really like that. But what happens is Skye catches up with Raina. Raina gives her speech about, we're all gonna change and all this shit. But Trip ends up in there as well after he goes down there to try to get everybody out and get the bombs and stuff so that the place doesn't blow up with everybody in there. And he ends up trapped inside the room with Skye and Raina, which then the Terrigen Mist, which they'll finally talk about. I'm just spoiling it here because it's the thing that makes Inhumans. And so Reyna and Skye, they were both able to touch the obelisk because they are Inhuman, and they get their cocoon, and Trip is sitting there helpless watching Skye, for all he knows, getting killed, covered in this cocoon. And so he's all, no, and you're thinking, oh geez, Skye's dead right now. And then you realize with the second blast, then it's the shit that's gonna, if you are, you live, if you're not, you die. And Trip realizes he is not going to change and live. And so he dies. He gets all covered up in, like everybody else, and like a big old chunk of coal that looks like Trip. And then Reyna and Skye come out of their cocoons, and Skye has to see what happened. And this is where we get this cool moment, though, as it's coming off, she sees that her survival meant Trip's death, and that her going down there triggered Trip's death. That Trip would be alive if she hadn't gone down there, and now she's going to have to carry that with her. That's all for story. They say and I believe the character was going to go down there no matter what. But now she has to realize that she got him killed. I mean, nobody put a gun to Trip's head, but they're all part of a team trying to help each other live. And so, she's going to carry that around with her. But I did like the whole effect of her coming out of it and that big quake reveal, even though she just got, who found out their name is Daisy. So now we can't call her Skye anymore, which is fine. Now we got to call her Daisy. Get used to saying that. But really, then not too far from now, they're going to start calling her Quake. And it's like, Jesus Christ, pick a name. But I'm going to stick with Daisy for now. Daisy Johnson. It's such a weird name. She does not look like a Daisy Johnson. I'm sorry. But, well, I think Johnson might have gotten added post. So I guess she kind of looks like a Daisy. But anyway, that's the episode. It's insane. There is the little twisty thing at the end with the... Oh, God, what was it? They open up the thing. Oh, it's the Inhuman guy that can... The Reader, I think is his name. He doesn't have eyes, but he can sense Inhumans or something like that. I can't remember. Maybe he sees the future. Something like that. But the obelisk lights up, and he goes, I'm going to go get them. There's new ones. So that's the episode. And it's just so freaking jam-packed, man. It is so jam-packed. And I know I stumbled here and there because I was forgetting a couple of things here and there. But it's just so cool. And I especially love when Skye shot up Ward, who now, because Agent 33 doesn't have a master, and I still love the way that they do the robot voice on her when she talks. It's just subtle enough, but it's there. It's really cool. But now Ward is going to take her under his wing, and because basically he needs her to get out of there. And so to repay her, they're going to, see what they can get up to themselves. So anyway, that's this episode. If you like this review, please hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Otherwise, this is Rob at Smirking Gun Review saying I did just post my review for the movie Vice with Christian Bale playing Dick Cheney about an hour ago. So that's new to the channel. Otherwise, this is Rob at Smirking Gun saying have a great night, and we will see you next time. Bye.